Tanya Maxwell. I've got to say, this is the strangest part of a memorial that I ever heard of, is that David, realizing that his time wasn't long, actually planned this evening for us. No piano players. David's the only piano player. His hat is right there. If that hat moves a lot, just ignore it, okay? But David did ask for some very specific people to play, and as the basics, he asked for 3 bands that would be with bass, drums, and guitar, and then we would add some more on. So I'm going to start out, but we are going to bring up right away a magnificent musician and very close friend of David Maxwell, who is one of the deepest bluesmen I've ever heard. He plays piano, but not tonight, and guitar and harmonica, and every note he plays is some of the deepest blues I ever heard. Please welcome up to the bandstand from New York City, Mr. Paul Oscher. And on the drums from right here in Massachusetts, Mr. Mike Avery. David and Mike and I were in the Georgia Boys, Snake Johnson's band together in about 1971. And you want the bottom, we got him on the bass from New York City, Mr. Johnny Ace.
Austin now, Austin, Texas. But you know, David was, he's one of my oldest friends in the blues. I first met David on Boston Street at the Bulky Delicatessen. And he was, I think he was playing with Jay Giles' band at that time. I'm not sure, but the last time I saw David was over in Norway last year. And but we played 2 shows together in Ottawa, Canada, and then he was in the Blues and Health Festival in Norway. And Leon Russell was also on the show, and David was playing the piano in the hotel lobby, and Leon Russell was just sitting there mesmerized for an hour. Leon didn't want to talk to nobody, but he watched David Maxwell. Maxwell was one of the greatest musicians I know. And I, you know, when I got in Muddy Waters band, I shared the basement with Otis Spann. And Spann had a great respect for Maxwell. And they were just like this, you know. And I was in Muddy's band when Pine Tops came in, and then David hung out with Pine. And he's really been, I had to get here for this, you know. So I made a tour so I could be here. I'd be playing at Johnny D's on Friday, but I set up a whole tour so I wouldn't miss this, you know. So we got Bob, he's part of the club, Muddy Waters Club, you know. And we got Jerry Portnoy in the house. And, you know, Johnny Ace I know for years in Brooklyn. Well, we're going to try to lay down some of this stuff for you.